My name is Stephen Leo. I studied at Vista University, but I had to drop out because of financial strains. I worked for Johannesburg High Court. Thereafter, I had nothing to do and struggling. That's how I ended up doing recycling. Our work is quite difficult. It's very much strenuous. It's cold, it's winter, it's dusty, it's sunny. All these seasons, I'm on the street. I wake up 3 o'clock, I'm risking with my life. I'm on the road with a trolley. For the mere fact that we're doing this work, it's quite dirty. There's also this perception by residents that they view us as drug addicts, as criminals. We get all those kind of harassment from law enforcement agencies that you don't want to see your trolleys on the street. You have your municipal workers, waste collectors, that get paid for collecting waste. Yet, we've been doing this for so many years. That's more like we're providing a service to the city. We want to be recognized as workers on our sector. Waste picking or reclaiming, it has two phases. I provided a service to the city, cleaning the environment. And at a later stage, I'm taking my material, I'm going to trade it. Now I'm a business person. So hence I'm saying it has two phases.
My name is Magnonio Florence. I'm the domestic worker. To be domestic workers, it's not easy. People can say it's not a decent job, but for me, it's a decent job. Because you know the domestic workers, you play the big role. I'm your manager in your house. The hours, you work forever. No overtime, but because you're the domestic workers, always the victim. The bad things is you bring it in the house. It's abuse. The domestic workers, they can't do anything because it's the job. It's not easy to get a job. You say, I'm saving my job because you have the kids, you have a family, you come from far.
My name is Lulama. I dropped out while I was doing a teacher training course. I was at the age of 17, 18 years. I had to work because I had a child. That's how I came to Johannesburg. While I was still working, I was selling in the factory disposable nappies and sanitary pads. That's how I went to the street. Nobody will employ me. I have to take this money and sell the disposable nappies in the street. By then, selling disposable nappies, it was easy to make 1,000 a day. Today, it's difficult to make 100 a day. Life is bad for the informal traders. They are poor, they are vulnerable, really bad. The taxes do loot from the informal traders anytime when they feel like. When you arrive, you'll find out your bag is gone. Sometimes they sell your trolley to somebody else. And when you come back, you've got nothing. You don't have a start. At the same time, anytime when the JMPD feels like, they just come and confiscate your stuff. Imagine I've got a stuff which may be about 400, 500, 600. When they take this stuff, they will write a ticket that says you must pay 3,800 because they know you can't take it back.
I'm from Zimbabwe. Been a long time since I've been here, maybe some 15 years back since I left my home there. We are here because of the economic situation there. back home is not good. We come here to look for green pastures here in South Africa. Things are not just as green as we hope them to be. I've managed to survive for these past years by doing piece jobs. These kind of jobs, they don't come every day. Maybe you can work once a week, twice a week. So surviving here is not easy. Situation is very bad. You need food, you need money. That's when I decided to come on the street and sell. At an average, I can say I can make around 250 a day, but it's enough for me to survive rather than to do illegal things or do crime. I prefer it because you are not hurting anyone, you are not committing any crime.
When I heard about the lockdown, it was terrible. Everyone was crying. Even myself, I was crying. I couldn't go out. I couldn't go sell my material. The buyback centers were closed, and I had no money. I had nothing. You know, it was terrible. It was terrible for everyone.
It was bad. Most of us lived on getting assistance from family members, neighbors. So you ended up with nothing, sleep hungry.
For the first 2-3 days they were all seated at home. No one is bringing anything. It's very hard. We couldn't sleep well because we're thinking of what is going to happen in the future. What am I going to eat tomorrow? How am I going to pay my bills?
I never sleep. The time that COVID starts, it'll be worse in the level 5. It's affecting us a lot. Even myself, I'm scared to die for the COVID. There are a lot of our bosses. He forced us to go to test the COVID. And then he say us, it's the domestic workers, he bring the COVID in the house.
Level 5, we couldn't work at all. Our people were getting arrested left, right, and center. We tried to get municipality to give us the permits and regard ourselves as essential services workers, but we couldn't.
Those who were working understand that they had to get permits to move on the street, but if you are not employed, where will you get the permit to move on the street? Spending the whole time seated at home, doing nothing, earning nothing for a living. So it was very stressful.
It was announced and it was even gazetted that informal traders can go and sell essential stuff. And people bought socks, warm scarves, warm hats and gloves to go and sell. But the MPD came and confiscated.
You know, it's quite difficult to stop someone that is hungry to say you're not going out if you're not giving them food. So reclaimers would just go out and work as usual. And they would be harassed by police. We'd get calls to say some reclaimers are in hospital because they were beaten by police, they were beaten by soldiers.
On the positive side of food, we survived through food packages from churches. When we get home, we know that we have to save that food. It has to last for as long as we can. We find that sometimes we have to approach 2 or 3 churches in order to survive.
Oh, it was bad in June, more than bad. In July, it was worse. In August, I even thought of sitting at home. But every day there was some that says, just go and try. Because I have no choice, I had to go. Otherwise there won't be bread in this house. We are exposed in cold because we have no choice, we have to be there. It got a little bit better at the beginning of September when the cold started to shift away and when more people came back to work. We all feel as informal traders that it won't be like it was before.
The reclaimers are the people that are at high risk of contracting all these diseases that you can think of. It's one and the same. Me sitting at home, having my kids crying, don't have food, and all those things, that doesn't help me. It can also kill me. So it's best if I die on the street, busy trying to do something.
COVID is changed a lot and then it affect a lot for the domestic workers. Some people lose their job, no notice, no nothing. Some domestic workers, you can't come here because you bring the COVID in my child. Already domestic workers, they're poor, but now this COVID will make us poor, poorless.
The biggest reason why I decided to be anonymous, because I fear attack. Those people who are coming to buy here, they recognize that, oh, this guy is a foreigner. They might be quiet for now, but when xenophobia starts, you never know. I might be an easy target because they will be knowing that, oh, we've got a foreigner there.
The reclaimers are now aware of the xenophobic mind that South African government has. The COVID-19 relief that the National Department is giving out now, it's specifically for reclaimers. From our side as an organization, we have a problem because now, if I'm going to give only South Africans this relief funds and leave the rest, then the organization is divided. So they said for those that does not qualify to get the money, the stipend from government, then the least they can do is to give them protective clothing so that they can be able to continue with their work.
Our situation is not good because of documents. If we don't have documents, we can manage to survive somewhere by doing those jobs which South Africans call dirty jobs, underpaying jobs. If only as foreigners we can be documented, we can make our lives better because we've got skills, got brains. There are people who are educated, we've got certificates, went to colleges and universities. Some teachers that I know, some who taught me at school, when they come here, they go to restaurant, wash dishes, become security guards or become gardeners.
So if you've got documents that are okay to be in South Africa and then you are allowed to register your business, it does not segregate you. You are, as long as your documents are right.
Our union teach them, if you're the migrant worker, don't allow somebody to abuse you because you work like the same in the South African. Every worker is here South African, he have the right.
The hardest thing of lockdown, special to foreigners, is that you can't claim grants. At least the South Africans, they can apply for UIF, they can get grants here and there. But when you are a foreigner, you are not documented. So if you are not documented, there's no way you can ask money for.
Everybody is doing what he or she likes about this sector. The Tsotsis, the police, even government doesn't care. They did nothing. Saying they did not do enough, they did nothing. It's a network which I can call of heartless people who are using us for their own benefits. Remember, there is a budget that is put aside in all municipalities to assist informal traders. Not even a cent was given to any informal trader. They report about budget that they spend for us, and there's nothing like that.
The government did not play the role for the domestic workers. It's not enough. The domestic workers must get that 350 that one the other people get it. That 350 maybe can help something, because some domestic workers, they don't even get nothing. And then also you must get the food parcel like the other people get the food parcel.
We were made to believe that we'll get a social grant. It was corrupted along the way. This is how rotten these people are. While they submitted their names as informal traders, officials added the names of their families and friends as informal traders. Can you believe it?
It has been a war ever since the lockdown started. We've been in meetings almost every day with them to say, we need assistance. And they would tell us, we don't have any budget. Government is not doing anything. I think it's stupidity, if I have to put it that way, or it's ignorance at a high level.
I wrote a letter to TET asking for financial and non-financial assistance. I asked them to assist informal traders with sanitizers, masks, and financial help to give them a boost because they've got nothing. Whatever they had in their houses is finished. But my letter was never answered.
Every difficulty comes with an opportunity. Through COVID-19, we managed to create a solidarity group where we ask for donation from different countries, and we managed to get some money and food parcels from corporates, and started to distribute food parcels to all where waste pickers are.
I lead the domestic workers because I recruit the domestic workers. Always it's me, I mobilize the domestic worker. Even the Satsao, I'm working for Satsao long time. Where I'm staying in my ward, once a month, I call the meeting for the domestic workers, and Satsao and CCMA and Labour, they come to join us. I know the union here don't have a lot of money, but they try to do something to help our members. He get it a food parcel. And the government, he must take it as serious because he is the workers, like the other workers. Domestic workers is the workers like other workers.
We decided that we better unite, work collectively. We've got to write a bargain to challenge the municipalities. In order to succeed here, we have to work as a collective.
We managed to open our own organization, which is African Reclaimers Organization. Through this, we managed to get the lawyers as a pro bono to come on board and try and create a permit for us, for our members to be able to go out and work. We're getting a lot of calls out of other cities to say, can you please come this site and help us to organize ourselves? And also for municipalities, waste management departments, that could be at least assisting us as we are assisting them to collect waste, to recognize us as workers, not as drug addicts. We regard ourselves as environmental agents. I should be taken as a person that's doing something positive and get the privileges that other workers in other formal sectors are getting. I would say we are a little bit and bit by bit winning this fight.